The Omicron variant is much less likely than Delta to cause long COVID, according to the first large-scale study published about the long-term risks posed by Omicron. But almost 5% of people who catch Omicron still experience fatigue, brain fog, headaches, heart problems or other health issues at least a month after getting infected, the study found. While some researchers found the results reassuring, others say the findings are alarming, given that so many people caught Omicron and apparently remain at risk even if they're vaccinated. That's scary, says Dr. Akiko Iwasaki, an immunobiologist at Yale School of Medicine who studies long COVID. The findings, published Thursday in the Lancet, come from researchers at King's College London who have been tracking thousands of people who test positive for the coronavirus to determine the risk of long COVID from different variants. The basic question that we're trying to answer is long COVID? What's the risk of going on to get long COVID, given the different variants? The researchers compared 56,003 people who caught Omicron from December 20, 2021, through March 9, 2022, with 41,361 people who had caught Delta between June 1, 2021, and November 27, 2021, and kept track of their symptoms using. Those who caught Omicron were about half as likely as those who got Delta to still be experiencing health problems a month later, the researchers found. Thankfully, with the Omicron variant, the risk of going on to get long COVID is substantially reduced compared to the Delta variant, Steves told. That's great news, isn't it? It's especially good news because Omicron is so contagious that it has infected an enormous number of people incredibly quickly. If the risk had been the same as Delta or higher, the number of people ending up with long COVID would have exploded. The findings are consistent with a smaller analysis released recently by the British government. But lower risk does not mean people shouldn't worry about long COVID because of Omicron, Steves and others agree. The chance of getting long COVID from Omicron is 4% compared with almost 8% from Delta, according to the study. The caveat is that the Omicron variant has spread very rapidly through our populations, and therefore a very much larger number of people have been affected. So the overall absolute number of people who are set to go on to get long COVID, sadly, is set to rise, Steves says. So it's certainly not a time for us to reduce services for long COVID. But for any individual person, the findings do indicate that the risk is sharply lower of both getting seriously ill and of developing persistent symptoms.